My name's Bob Marsh, and we opened about 2.5 years ago. We think of ourselves as a wading shop. So it's activities around water where you can kind of get in the water and be engaged with the water. So fishing is a key part of that. Canoeing is a key part of it also. So we want to just pick up the waterfront of fishing options and then some paddling options and then the gear that goes around there. A part of our message, the theme is kind of love the water. It is love the water, but it's in the sense of, do things in the water and participate in the water. And also take care of it, because the two go hand in hand. So something that's important to us is get people to try it. Get people to try canoeing, get them to try fishing, or in the case of the Topeka Zoo yesterday, try fly fishing. You've never done it, just give it a try. You might like it, you'll at least have experimented with it. So access and engagement is an important part. My grandfather had a cabin at Lone Star Lake, so I started fishing with him when I was 4. He gave me a fly rod when I was probably 7 or 8. So, I fished with a fly rod and a spinning rod for, decades and decades with him. I've enjoyed it as an activity. I think it's harder to try it in some ways now than maybe it used to be. The customers who come in, a lot of them fall in the category of, oh yeah, I used to do that 20 or 30 years ago, and then life got in the way and I don't get to do it anymore. And then we have kids come in who would like to learn how to do it, but they don't have somebody to teach them. So we need to fill a couple of those gaps. I was fortunate to have a grandfather that taught me many years ago. We opened in Lawrence. We decided to be in Lawrence for a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to build a community. That's a key element of this, a community around these outdoor activities. And downtown Lawrence is the best focused community that we could find. Also, you've got a lot of water around here. You've got the Kaw River, you've got Lone Star Lake, you've got Clinton, so you've got a lot of water options, in this area. I think one important kind of piece of advice early on came from Ned Cady, but something that he mentioned early on was a reference to a fishing shop in Kansas City, like in the 60s and 70s, Ray Fink's Tackle Shop, which was a community gathering place that was very an important kind of core to that community, that then with time went away and has been replaced by kind of the big box stores. So that message of create a place where a community can gather and make that an important part of what you are is I think an important lesson. So we would like to be what Ray Fink's Tackle Shop was 50 years ago. I'm not aware of any other shop really in the country that has put fishing and paddling together with coffee. And we have some very loyal pure coffee customers who bring their friends in to introduce them to what they say is the best coffee in town. But what they especially like is kind of the shock of their friend when they see it's a fishing store. Why are you taking me to a fishing? Oh, it's the best coffee in town in a fishing store? It's also a way to accommodate, say, groups that might be walking down Mass Street, where 4 people will walk in, one person heads to the flies, the other 3 people go get a latte, and they're happy to be here even if they aren't really interested in fishing. So it lets us reach kind of a broader group, and we've had a lot of occasions where a couple of customers will be waiting for a drink and they'll start talking and fishing, paddling, the theme will come up and they talk about it. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. Wade on in, give it a try. Don't worry about getting your feet wet. Just give it a try. Like at the Topeka Zoo, where we would stop people walking by and, hey, try fly fishing, see if you like it. Same thing goes with kayaking and canoeing, which is a big part of our business. Try it. It's a nice, quiet way to get on the water. There are a range of options, if you don't have a place to store a big boat. We've got folding kayaks. We've got the canoes hanging up there that weigh 30 pounds. So there's options to get in the water, and just give it a try.